Audio check, audio check, audio check. Does it sound good?
It sounds good.
Cool. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, unknowns. Thanks for picking WordPress Ascending. We're the unknowns. Starting with Wizard, what's up? And Russell here.
All right. Have you ever noticed every time when we go outside, especially like I plan a day, like we plan this like weeks ahead, it rains?
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, people always not people, but I had this one guy ask me, "Do I always wear the Princess Peach hoodie?" And I say, "No, not really." But whatever it's a special day I go out, that's when I wear it, really.
Because it's never a clear day.
Yeah, I know.
Well, at least it's not snowing yet.
Actually, some people probably wonder if that's like my signature look.
Oh, yeah.
How many times you see me with that hoodie in the thumbnail?
A lot.
I know, crazy, right?
Crazy indeed.
You know how many times I see in the thumbnail, though?
What?
Cloudy skies.
Yeah, that's funny.
I know the Adventure Aquarium one. I wasn't wearing the Princess Peach hoodie. Because it's not like I was going to like any special Nintendo place, though, or video game place.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, most of the times, it's been so cloudy.
Yeah. Agree.
Oh yeah, but speaking of a cloudy mood, you know who's a very cloudy person?
No, let me guess. Wings of Redemption.
Exactly. That guy is like a defeatist. He had this defeatist attitude.
Yeah, really disappoint me. Like, Tony was right. That guy was not gonna change, even after the boxing match. It disappoints me a lot. It really does.
I'll be honest. Does it really take one boxing match to change a person?
Well,
I mean, he got his money. He always claims two things: money and weight loss will make him happier.
yeah, so true.
No, I might agree with the weight loss. It might actually make someone feel happier to get rid of all that. Well, I guess like unhealthy amount of fat.
Yeah. But still, it's just that he's Wings of Redemption. He took that name from the Bible. And he couldn't have that redemption arc. But it shocked me when he went like sitting on his chair, just like, I'm sorry guys, but if you said I was gonna go big, no. The viewers have been down. Everything been so down since the boxing match. And if I really want to get back on top, people are just gonna still make fun of me. Would I do videos again? Of course not. The only reason why I did this boxing match was because I felt like I was an entertainer again. I was entertaining people, and it made me so happy.
Well, I get the whole, feeling like an entertainer again. Well, actually, no, I don't get it. No, I understood feeling like an entertainer. I get it. Like, that passion to entertain people, but I don't know, to be honest. If his mentality was that he thought that he could milk that fight as long as he can, because I think that's what he was hoping for.
I think what he was thinking was he thought that after the boxing match he get that boost, like he wants to be lazy about it, like he wanted to go back the way it was before, but hoping that this time he actually gets support. And when he sees that everything drained down, the donation, the views, because all it was a boost, you know?
Yeah.
Like a boost in ratings because of something, you know.
Yeah, but also I think he failed to realize that if he can't capture those people, they will leave.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I don't think Darkseid failed DSP Gaming, DSP React, that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I what those two don't realize, well, also Boogie 2988 to some extent. I mean, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But with those two, they realize that they're not as entertaining as they thought they are. They're entertaining because it's ironically funny to poke at their defeatist attitude.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people like that. That's the thing. I mean, I know I'm a big fan of detractors making fun of them.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's detractors making fun of them. They're by themselves, watching the stream, going through them is boring. That's the thing. Those two are boring.
Yeah, like, we're here for escapism. We want to be entertained. And just to see those two complaining about life and...
It's like I said, they had a defeated attitude.
Yeah, being boring. Do you think 10,000 people will actually see this?
Stick around and actually give money? No. I like detractor contests because they make so much creativity out of it.
Yeah, and they give the good part about them, you know?
Like music videos, animations,
yeah,
analysis. Actually redoing their videos that way is terrible.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't think they realize that they're boring.
But,
I know,
but let me say this.
huh?
And it's funny because you got Wings of Redemption trolls. They all were rooting for him. Even me. We all thought that it was gonna maybe like get him this big eye-open moment. Like, if he wanted to be in the internet, he needs to do some work.
Yeah.
And he disappoint a lot of people. Even the people who despise Wings all wanted to see him change.
Well, I kind of wish, right, that he might instead maybe travel a little bit, maybe do a walk blog. Like not even working out, just or running or like literally just walking around the park, maybe like a good 5 minutes, just talking about anything really, or trying out new things, like maybe go-karting. Well, actually he probably won't even fit there, but
I get what you mean, because that's pretty good. Yeah, he got now money for the moment. Maybe just
invested a little bit on maybe video production.
Yeah,
who knows, maybe he could have hired someone to do animation. Maybe have like an idea and then do like a commission to someone. Hey, can you animate this? Maybe he could have done like, are you familiar with Mr. Bean? The animation?
Yeah.
Maybe he could have made like 15-second animation of himself.
Yes. Whatever though, because I remember Duty Stream and Wings 007.
007?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like mentioning that these locales will never change.
The only reception I really think that one did change was Review Tech USA.
Yeah.
He's like literally the inception because he actually embraced his locale status. Yeah, exactly. I as much as I'm not a big fan of him, but I give him some credit, by the way.
Yeah, because so many people don't want to admit their locales, yet still behave like one and trying to,
You mean Darkseid Phil, where he's like, I'm not an effing locale?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care, even if I had the characteristic trait. I think the full saying was, even if I had the characteristic trait, I am not an effing locale. Like, yeah, you do have the trait, first of all.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
That's funny. No, actually, remember the saying? Look in the mirror and you'll realize the biggest locale in your house is standing in front of you.
Oh yeah.
It's funny how you said, you mean our neighbors?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
You were like, our neighbors.
our local locale.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's really a sad. It is. You know,
Yeah, yeah, no,
when you see ratings are down, something gotta change. You know.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, it's just, I do feel like he had the potential, by the way.
He does have potential.
But in a way, he just doesn't want to even walk one step, by the way. He'd like to sit down.
Yeah.
I mean, so well, by the way. Shouldn't have been expected.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. Really expected. I mean, even before the fight, nothing would have changed.
Yeah.
Now, let's mention was Boogie 2988.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go explain?
Yeah. Ever since the fight, Boogie 2988, even so he lost, he's trying to embrace his low-cow status and milking the fight. You know, like he's doing so much better than Wings. He's putting more content than he ever did. And he's actual making effort.
Didn't you say King Sly T and Wings 007 said the real winner is Boogie 2988?
Yes. He's trying to utilize that boost that he got, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that you need to do. If you have that little boost, try your best to utilize it, you know?
Yeah. Like, try to make sure to maintain that audience. I mean, obviously some will go, by the way, but if you could capture at least maybe 10, well, actually one, actually more, like if you could at least maintain like maybe 10% actually of that audience, that's like a win, by the way, because I don't really expect that everyone will stay. I mean, you hope that everyone stays and new audience will come in, but it's a little bit hard because everyone have different tastes and people come in for the oddity, and then once the oddity wears off, I guess you could say the honeymoon period. Once that's over, everyone else will move. Not everyone else, but maybe majority would move on to something else.
But things are not black and white because you got the word of mouth.
Yeah, I know.
You know, people will spread if something is good.
Yeah.
Heck, YouTubers might even say the rise and fall and rise again. And might even shout them out, hey, you gotta check them out, you know?
I forgot, what video was that? The rise and fall and then rise again.
Darn, what was his name? The Irish Gamer?
Oh, yeah, the irate gamer, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The angry video gamer ripoff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he's actually successful in that Minecraft puppet, if I was correct. Like, he does that. But he also goes back with his angry video game nerd style video.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, they even crossed over one time.
No, yes. That's funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I truly do believe that somebody could actually have a redemption arc.
Me too. I saw Wings was gonna do that. I said he was gonna be reborn.
You know what's so funny though?
What's so funny?
You call him the Jesus Christ of the internet.
Yeah.
You know how Jesus Christ died for our sin and then he was like literally reborn?
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought that was gonna be like Wings of Redemption?
Of course. I said finally, I'm just joking as I say this, he was gonna actually have his wings spread out.
You mean grow wings like an angel and then fly away?
Yeah!
Like, I'm here for you guys?
Yes!
You can't imagine that picture?
Yeah, I could. I even could imagine after the boxing match, you know, when he win, his wings
fly. Yeah. Can you imagine that as the thumbnail?
That's yeah, that's funny.
Had him with the wings,
Mm-hmm.
but should it be like the gray wings, like a falling angel wings,
I don't know,
or those white wings?
What was his hair color again?
Well, I said gray because like falling angels,
Yeah.
But or black wings. Yeah, you get the point. By the way, something that represents deception out of his wings. You know who's the real loser though out of the whole boxing match?
Who?
DSP Gaming.
Yeah. I agree. He missed a great opportunity. He really did.
Well, not the boxing match.
Well,
but
no. This happened because of the boxing match, which was him not wanting to do the local broadcast.
That would have been really interesting.
That would.
I mean, I would have probably religiously watched that.
Yes.
Maybe even watched it during break from work.
Yeah, that's...
Or like on the way to work or the way back home.
Yeah.
Do you think all three of them like could survive in a house, like a mansion? I remember Keith Slighty mentioned like a idea pitch, like have all these locals like live in a mansion, along with like Cyrax, King Kroba. Who else would he mention? That's funny. He's saying the first one will break out will be Darkside Phil.
Yeah, of course he would.
Like he can't stand these people.
Yeah. And plus Darkside Phil is notorious to make friends and then easily lose them.
Yeah, right. So he's saying he would be the first one that will crack.
Yeah, of course.
Who do you think will be also in that mansion? Maybe Peace of Mind?
Well, I would love to see Review Tech USA, Low Tier God, and Baxter.
Oh, yeah, Tipster, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no, screw it. I think Tipster will be the first one to crack.
Of course he would. He makes fun of them, only to then, become one.
And then he say, oh, my mental health.
Oh, yeah, my mental health.
Which I'm not trying to laugh at mental health.
Yeah, me neither. But I just have a hard time believing, his excuses being mental health.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I somewhat, to be honest, kind of believe a little bit of his mental health. I think that there's something wrong with him in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because his attitude is not, I would consider normal, to be honest.
It's not normal.
But I do believe most of his excuses is just a scapegoat of why he's behaving this way.
But does he have a wife,
Yeah, he does. A loving wife, apparently. I honestly don't want to go talk about that weirdness of Baxter.
But I will say this. If you got somebody in your life that can support you, I would like to think, it will help you ease out some of the pain.
Yeah.
I know it was with Wings, like, when, the best thing he got in his life was his wife,
Yeah.
Like, maybe...
Some will argue not really.
Oh, yeah, because of that debacle that happens. But, if you do pay attention, he's more calmer now,
Yeah.
Well, of course, as well, he's trying to improve his mental health, you know?
You know who's the opposite, though, when he have a wife into his life?
Darkside Phil.
Yeah, DSP Gaming.
It's strange because ever since him having a wife, his life went a downhill spiral.
Yeah, his bankruptcy, everything.
That is so weird because isn't this like coordinating to him having a wife making his life miserable?
I don't know. He always said having Kat around is the best thing in his life. But is it truly? Because now he went through bankruptcy. Actually, if you think about it, the whole DSP React, that YouTube channel been miserable. Been taking away a lot of his revenue members. I know Duty Stream was just analyzing it, and it was just like it's like if you compare what he earned from last year, it is literally like a 20% difference, or at least $100 less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy, by the way, with having Kat around. It's just awful.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like he's getting more of the loser status.
Mm-hmm.
If I was correct, when he finished Diablo 4, he only made $7 in tip.
Oh, wow.
And he even did overtime to do more Q&A, probably hoping for more tip to come in, but no, not at all.
Man, if you're talking about rock bottom, look at Dark Side Phil.
Yeah, though if I remember, Titanium Fantasia said that numbers are not everything.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you get like those same 7 people supporting him, then it doesn't really all that matter. But even with the low tip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody actually forget. He wants everyone to forget, right?
Yeah.
That he also have his YouTube check. He also have his Patreon. That's apparently people are paying $50 for those private videos or private Q&A.
Yes.
So
he's earning money outside of that
stream they does every day.
Yeah.
Well, 6 days a week.
Yes. So he can, you know what I mean. Like, this is not his only source of income. And his wife works.
Yes, his wife is. I don't remember it. It always seems like I'm always confused. They always call her his part-time wife. Do they mean that she works because, like, she's part-time working somewhere, or literally a part-time wife, as in like part-time she pretends to be his wife?
I don't know, but it seems obvious as well. It's a marriage for convenience.
Yeah, like she's content with being with that pig roast.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't his sister? Not his sister. Didn't Cat's sister? Sorry, Cat's sister said, and I laughed, that she sleeps right next to him in bed or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember Ex Mortis even said something similar. Like, no, I think that was Paying the Lead, but it's just so hard to imagine that literally someone is sleeping next to Pig Roach, by the way.
Yeah. He should at least be lucky for that.
By the way, I secretly do believe they probably do sleep in separate beds. I truly believe that, by the way, because I will believe it when he say he barely sees her.
Yeah.
Which is very questionable to begin with.
Yeah, it is questionable to begin with, but yeah.
But I don't know. This guy's a mess, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's not normal. It's not a normal mess. I say being a mess can be normal, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's people that out there that have very like bad situations or very unique situation, but that actually might be the norm. Like, because I hear that so many times, by the way, to the point, is that normal, by the way? But I never hear the same situation what these local goes through.
Yeah. But man, speaking of love, I'm not having any good luck with finding love, you know? It's just alright to be single, you know?
I think so, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy being single.
Yeah. I'm trying my best to, live as a single life, but I always have that dream, you know? It's my real dream to get married, have a family, you know?
Yeah, I totally understand it. But for me though, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for such responsibility for having a family, to be honest. I mean, I just like being in the bachelor life. Because when, I don't know, it's just, whenever I'm in a relationship, it just seems, messy sometimes. Not messy as in like the relationship is bad or anything. More like messy because then I had to worry about them. That's not really a big deal because I pay for everyone movie tickets. But paying movie tickets, food, all that, by the way. But yeah.
But it must be nice though to have somebody at your side who really loves you and is willing to take care of you.
What about me? Okay, I guess I get it, but I'm like, what about me?
I I I want to experience love, true love. You know?
No, no, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't.
Nah, I just think dating is overrated for me. At least for me.
But I don't want to go to that route with Christian. I that's also my big fear as well. I mean, I'm not insane to find love, but you know what I mean. I would love to, you know, achieve my dreams.
Oh, I believe you. I truly believe you. Um, Nah, for me, I'm just not really looking for a relationship at all.
But what about this alternative way that I always see people do it? And it's just admiring waifus.
I don't know.
Is not a good replacement for a wife?
I be honest, yeah, I don't think that's a good replacement. I do have certain favorite female characters in an anime, but it's not like I'm gonna go out of my way to buy body pillows. I,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but like those lewd stuff, that I see some individual end up having.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand though, like buying like toys or like action figures for greens or um, like picture portraits and stuff like that, posters.
Mm-hmm.
Totally understandable for those stuff.
They just rather appreciate pictures or drawings, and it helped them fill that void.
Okay, I mean, I don't. That's very questionable to be honest. I know I kind of joke myself on it, and yes, if you look around some of my they're not really posters. I had this one newspaper ad of Hakusai, but I mean I get it having I guess you could say figurines of a character you admired, but to actually to fall in love with a fictional character, I don't know. That's like lonely man stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you with that. Which I'm not asking, I want to fall in love as a fictional character and do stuff that seems super creepy. No, I'm just saying, to, admire somebody on looks, and just.
I think the word you should have said was character design.
Yeah.
No, but no, I get it. No, I truly get it. Or else I'll be a complete hypocrite for owning so many Mario photos, and then I have this Mifra, Pyra, Friota portrait because they're like my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I'll be a total hypocrite because I have so much Mario stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Luigi, but yeah, I mean,
whoever saw the Italian with a belly, it's just so
dreamy. But I love Super Mario Brothers. I'm a big fan. I'm a super fan. I'm a big super fan. So
yeah, me too.
I don't know what to say to be honest. I think it's a I don't know. Like I get it by the way, but it's just people like the White Bowser is what kind of bring a bad name by the way to us anime fans by the way. But okay, are you familiar with the White Bowser? What he did in that and what that one stream with Genshin Impact by the way.
Oh yeah, I heard about him, but you want to still explain it?
Well, you remember where the whole red hair wig? I'm assuming it's supposed to represent Bowser hair, right?
But wait,
Book bag.
Before I'm gonna say anything, if he so care about his image, why Bowser of all characters?
No, why even say? Should I say it?
Nah.
White Bowser, dumb opinion.
Yeah.
Not dumb opinion, but his dumb. Well, I guess everything he said in that stream. By the way, you wait. You said you heard of it, or
Yeah.
I seen it. By the way, it is the most frustrating thing because someone like him ruins anime. By the way,
Yeah.
or ruin anime games.
They make a bad name for these geeks,
Yeah. But yeah, no. I had no problems, I had no problems with degenerates, by the way, about waifus. Personally, sometimes I found them hilarious. That's why I make jokes like that, by the way. It's those people like White Bowser that takes a step further is where I draw the line.
Again.
And I don't mind people that makes the furry waifu jokes neither. I mean, but it's someone like White Bowser out there is the reason why I question that sometimes.
Again, it's one thing to admire something, but it's another when you take a whole freaky step.
Yeah, or else I would have been a total hypocrite with the Luigi toys.
Yeah.
Heck, I'll be a total hypocrite with some of the Link stuff I have.
Mm-hmm.
But, because I don't know, because there's definitely weirdos out there.
Yeah.
That I don't know, that put a bad name to someone like me, by the way, who is a fan of, or Tony, by the way, who are a fan of anime, by the way.
Yeah.
And I understand the whole admiring a character, because I joke around, joke around with the whole waifu stuff, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't literally mean it, by the way.
Yeah.
But I really don't know with these guys, because I feel like that I feel like in the same time they might not have a lot of friends, by the way.
Oh yeah, sometimes I felt like it's implying that, with these guys.
Yeah, and I guess I might be very fortunate to have. Actually, funny enough, because I always say, right, I don't have that many friends, but then my sister, and I remember even Ray was like saying, "You seem to have so many friends," and I'm like, "You think so?" I mean,
you are one of the best sociable person I know. Like I could talk to you.
I don't know if I'm sociable. I mean, I'm pretty. I don't want to say introverted. I think the thing is that for me is that I'm a good listener.
Yeah, you're just being modest. You talk a lot with me. Like you're a babbling mouth.
No, it's just I think also is that I don't judge people.
Yeah.
And I know I judge locales. I think a lot of my friends are surprised that I talk about locale and judge them, but it's just literally.
It's just to me, these locales, to me, they're like. Well, I don't want to say it this way, but I put it this way: they're villains that deserve their downfall.
I don't know if I would put it that way, but
I don't know. This just comes to the top of my head.
Because some of them, these locales, I wouldn't call them villains. I'll say some of them. It's just they just play into the trolls. By the way,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just locales are the craziest individual out there. By the way,
they're fascinating. Like once you get to that rabbit hole, it is hard to come out of it.
Yeah, it's like what PKA once said. Who needs the reality TV shows if you have people like Wing of Redemption to like be fascinating what he does?
Yeah.
So the sad part about Wings of Redemption, and this is why most people from the Dark Side Phil Detractor community, if you ever pay attention, that mostly started off with Wing of Redemption.
Oh.
Yeah, like King Slighty, Duty Stream. Like,
heck, even me. Like before I got into Dark Side Phil, I got into Boogie and Wings.
Yeah, the thing is, though, they get kind of boring after a while, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And the detractors, usually crossed over to Dark Side Phil because there's so many similarities. Even so, he claims that's not true, but it's true.
We're not the same people.
They don't have the same body.
Yeah, Sunny V2. They're all the same people. It's just different bodies. Actually, not that different bodies because they're all fat pieces of.
Yeah. But yeah. Darkside Phil, he's a very interesting individual because he is such a liar.
He is.
Like DSP gaming is a scam business.
It is a scam business. Anybody with a brain could see that it's a scam business.
Darkside Phil was mentioning how DSP gaming switched from between YouTube to Twitch, and then back to YouTube, back to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember, was it super crazy? He mentioned, you know what type of business that switches between places to places?
Ooh, let me guess. Scam artists.
Well, he said a scam. Yeah, close, but yeah, scams. Because DSP gaming goes from YouTube to Twitch, YouTube to Twitch, YouTube to Twitch.
Yeah, I love it too. How he be bashing YouTube, Twitch is the way to go, and then he bash Twitch. YouTube is the way to go.
Oh yeah, but there is also in between, like Blit TV. Well, you get the point, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was that one time that he went there.
Yeah.
He's a very interesting case because you know, Darkside Phil mentality is more like a cult leader, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're not with the whole DSP community and even had that tiny little doubt, he would literally bash them, even if they were like longtime supporters. And it's like, that's not really cool, because in the same time in his chat he bans anyone that's like not talking about him or the game.
Yeah.
Like, if they talk about sports, they just get banned.
Yeah.
And probably for the reason is because it might hurt his not hurt, but confuse his I guess pay pigs. His bigger supporters.
Mm-hmm.
The one that drops lots of money, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's funny because these people, I think it's because they're so lonely and they finally getting the attention. It's that they want all eyes on them, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're really selfish, by the way. And they claims, I forgot who claimed. I don't want to say who because I don't remember. Saying that very selfless person. And if it was Darkside Phil, he's lying, by the way. I mean, look at what happened to his real friends.
Yeah.
John Rabbo and Howard, by the way. And also respect the pack, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't even consider giving them money, by the way.
Yeah, the kind of friend he is.
Okay, now, I'm going to compare you a little bit, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
So, we're all familiar with Project 7, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go in depth with Project 7.
Mm-hmm.
DSP gaming, right? The whole business, right?
Yeah.
And you got yours with our studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you treat that? I know it's a comparison, but I'm going to say this. How would you react if somebody is having a kid and you really value their editing skills? What would you do to keep them on board?
Well, if they're having a kid, you know, legally, you know, if they're an employee, they had to do the whole paternity leave, you know?
Yeah.
But I understand it's a huge moment, especially if it's their first.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, I'm trying to say, what will you do to keep them, or unless you're not keeping them?
Well, if it's up to them first and foremost, you know? Like, if they really want to continue doing this, family first. And then hopefully when the person is ready, they could come back, you know?
No, they're not coming back. You really want to keep them. I think you know the story, so I'm not going to go through the story. But the thing is, John Rambo and Howard doesn't want Respect the Pack to leave because they're literally the people that edit their videos.
Yeah.
They even spent, like, if I remember, 2 hours making those 8-second bullets, just 8 seconds for the for that effect,
Yeah.
bullet effect. Wow, 2 hours. I truly do believe that though, because how much editing just for basic editing is, by the way. I mean, you're familiar with that, but
It's just another topic we could go next to after this, but continue.
the thing is though, they want them to stay. Well, probably stay, right? Because I heard, if I remember, I heard that Respect the Pack is leaving, and maybe if you put a little bit more money or pay them, they will stay.
Yeah,
Because what would the future of Project 7 will be in jeopardy, which was in jeopardy, and they only lasted, I think, 4 episodes. But the thing is, they want them to stay. What I'm trying. Okay, let's pretend.
Just say I'm pretending I'm Darkseid Phil.
No, because I want you as a guy, right? As the head of our studio. Okay, let's pretend Damon, right, is about to leave. It doesn't matter if he's having a kid or not. He's leaving, right?
Yeah.
But I want him to stay, by the way, because I think he's the best editor. And I want him to stay also because I don't think no one could ever replace his style, by the way, his art.
Yeah.
With the experience he also have. And I'm trying to persuade you, hey bro, we need him. We need him, by the way. Do all your power to make him stay, right?
Okay, if you want me to.
Yeah.
But if it was up to me, no. If you want to leave, leave.
Okay.
I will respect that.
Okay. Well, good to know, by the way. But let's just say that the show is really a hit, by the way.
Yeah.
And none of us have that experience with the editing skills. Or if we did find an editor, they're not as good as him. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Would you cash in the money? Pay him, by the way, because that's the whole point they were trying to get. If Darkseid Phil actually paid him for him to stay on DSP Gaming for Project 7, like legit, out of pocket, here you go.
Yeah.
For him to stay. Will you do that, by the way?
Well, if that's what other people want.
Yeah. Let's just say it was me, Tony,
then I will.
Pedro. Want him to stay, by the way.
Yeah. Then I will,
And we're heavily convinced that he will stay if you were able to provide him.
Yeah, I will, try my best to get him to stay.
No, because it was I remember King Slighty said that. If he legitly... Because, if Respect the Pack is leaving because they're having a kid on the way, right? I actually don't remember out of the two was having the kid, by the way. Cause there are actually 2 people.
Yeah.
So I say they because I'm not so sure out of the 2. But one of them is having a kid, right? And they're leaving because he doesn't have the time to
do Project 7.
Yeah. And because money is an issue for him. John Rambo wanted him to stay because without them, Project 7 will not be a thing.
Yeah.
You're getting it, right?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Because of them leaving, it's why Project 7 was canceled. Now I'm trying to say this. That's the same situation we're going through. Would you?
I will make them stay. But
I know. If they ever want to leave, they could leave.
Yeah, that's, I'm not forcing people to do this.
Yeah. But if it was a real legit business, by the way. You know what I mean? Even if we're losing money. And here's the scumbag just trying to imply, right? And I totally disagree with this mentality. He was like, guys, we're losing money because of Project 7. What do you want me to do? Get him a bill for all the money we lost on making Project 7? First of all, you matarats. You are the one that's you're the lead of the show, by the way. Your friends, literally the individual that's working on Project 7, they don't owe him anything. They're literally volunteering to help him with this, by the way, for him to make money.
Yeah.
Let's just say they are losing money because he spent money on the props and everything. Is he literally implying if the money from the show over, how do you say it? Like, I guess like the gross value or something. I don't even remember. But if it overcomes the money that they spent, that he spent. Sorry, I meant to say he spent. That percentage goes to them. I saw this from like when how much money you get from YouTube.
Yeah.
Get him a bill. Is he stupid?
He is.
He's the one that's spending the money on the useless props.
Yeah.
It's him, and he's the business. Can you imagine working for a company and they give you a bill instead of your paycheck?
No.
Yes.
Why work there? I
forgot. I think it was like someone in TNA. Like.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, I actually don't remember the wrestler, to be honest. So I kind of
the one that got paralyzed, right?
I don't know, but let's just put it this way, right? Why would you spend money, by the way, on a job that you're supposed to work for? I get it, buying like equipment, which actually no, I don't get it, to be completely honest. I somewhat get it, but not too completely get it. I get it if it's like a trade school, but not for like an actual. Actually no, even with a trade school, why? Okay, screw what I was about to say, because I get it, like maybe at first you need to provide your own boots, maybe like long shirts or stuff, or not uniform, but like the appropriate attire to go for the job, or maybe like bring your own tool sets, but that's not the point. Can you effing imagine giving a bill because the company said we're losing money because of their own dumb decision? And it's up to their employees to help them recover? That is asinizing. Like, what the world?
I don't know.
And I know the rule is that we're not allowed to talk bad or, talk trash about someone, but except for the Holy Trinity of S streamers.
Yeah.
But I am going to talk a little bad about John Rambo and Howard on this. Why did they not, like, call them out there, by the way? It seems like from all the time I hear, maybe they did. Maybe they absolutely did. But it seems like, because if I'm correct, Howard was the one that talked to them, right? And he claims that they never did, Darkseid Phil never did talk about persuading them to stay. And it's like, why couldn't they call them out for it? And couldn't they also like instead leave them and make their own version of Project 7, maybe Project 8, just as a joke, as we're a step above from DSP Gaming?
I don't know.
It's a little bit weird because like you're like, what do you want me to do? Give them a bill? No, you idiot. Matter of fact, you should be paying them to help them making this project. I mean, can you imagine telling Tony Hawk, like, hey, we didn't make any money from here. Here's a bill.
No.
You pay him to help, so he can help you out to be in that video.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to lose any more money than I can.
You're very grateful that he did it.
Yeah, I'm very grateful.
You paid, like, all the trips, all the expensive, and you're not expecting for us to give anything back in return.
No.
The whole New York and California, trip.
Yeah.
It's like, how would you feel? Like, not you, but anyone. How would they feel about that? If someone literally is giving you a bill because they didn't make any money on the show, or at least the money doesn't cover for everything that this guy spent.
I don't know.
I would think that you will hire actors for the video.
Yeah.
And if it's a loss, oh well, it's a loss.
Yeah, it is.
But don't you have the passion to do it? And that's the thing. I don't think this guy have even the passion for it. I have thought that even if we did lose money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like every time let's pretend every time we make a video we lose $200.
Yeah.
Or $100. Just keep it simple. Wouldn't that doesn't matter at all, as long if you're happy with the work and people appreciate it, or even if people didn't appreciate it, wouldn't you just be happy that at least the work is done and everyone could see it?
Well, depending on that part. But if things,
Well, depend on what part.
People don't like it.
What do you mean, like?
What you said again?
Well, even if people don't like the work that you put out,
I don't think I'd be happy on that part.
I totally understand, actually. Yeah, with Project 7, I don't know how that feel.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know how it ended up with Project 7. But hey, you might never know. Like, if they ever want to do this again, but without Darkseid Phil.
Yeah.
See if they could have done it the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what's so, I felt like sometimes may be, like, underappreciated?
What?
Animators and editors.
Oh, yeah. Heavily.
Because I felt like with Darkseid Phil, DSP Gaming, the whole, Respect the Pack got the least respect from him. Because he saw he could literally skin by not underpaying them, working for have them work for them for free, because the exchange was free publicity, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if you pay them, you stupid mother F word, they will literally stick around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say, because in the end of the day, and I truly do mean it, it really depends on the employees if they want to do this or not.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're the best of the best, if they want to work for Hollywood, let them be. Or if they don't want to do this at all, don't let them do this. Alright?
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting, as I'm gonna now talk about this. The people in Hollywood that makes those movies,
Yeah.
Like, it takes a lot of work for them to do this.
You mean someone like Michael Bay production percent, even so that's probably more than just him doing the production?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's really sad. Like, we don't get to see them, like, having the attention they deserve. And then you see these strikes that happen,
You mean the writer's strike, by the way, right?
Yeah. And especially the one with Spider-Man, Beyond the Spider-Verse. The Spider-Verse working conditions are not sustainable. Amy Pascal, film director, doesn't seem to care about the working condition. Therefore, animators and even artists are leaving and complaining the workforce. It is rumored that the sequel delay until 2026. I truly do feel like they need to be more appreciated, because it is not an easy task.
Yeah, especially because you got the main animation, but then you got the in-betweeners, the one that fill in the gap between the, like the storyboards, like it's not like one person that's doing every single movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a lot of people that fill in between the animations.
Yeah. And when you look at these Hollywood movies that are not doing good nowadays, you kind of feel bad for the people who do the production, because they're the ones that get the most, what's that word again? Or the phrase? They get the bargain. They get fired, or their pay get lower.
Oh, okay.
They get abused.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Well, most people will call them floor workers.
They get the end of the stick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like that one Pixar movie.
Well, it's not just animation. Video games, like companies like EA and Activision, The people they let go are the floor workers, the ones that actually do all the heavy work in the video games.
Yeah.
Continue though. I'm not trying to change subject, but
Disney executive Bob Iger cut 7,000 jobs and slashed 5.5 billion in costs due to that. And the one who really got cut from this was Kellen Sussman.
oh, you mean the one where they accidentally delete Toy Story 2, but she ended up having a copy of Toy Story 2 like that?
Yeah.
Oh man, you think that she would have a job for life? By the way,
No.
seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Not, bro. Not even Miss McMahon had done that. If I remember, Kevin Don Fodder saved the videotaping on a fire. Yeah, it's like I don't remember what was like the building was on fire. I don't remember, but literally saved the taping, and now Kevin Dunn, his son, forever got the job. By the way,
Yeah.
that's why he's in the position he is in, and if I'm correct, might be outdated, but his salary is bigger than Vince McMahon himself. By the way,
and you get it, right?
yeah.
And it's just sad too that barely any of the leaders want to blame themselves. Like shouldn't the leader sometimes get the big blame? You know?
Yeah, because there was their lead, by the way.
Yes, it was under their direction.
The only one that I've really seen that apology is CD Projekt Red with the whole disaster was Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
What was it? Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also believe Todd Howard also blamed himself for the disaster of Fallout 76. If I remember, he said that I might be wrong. But, I mean, it could be also two separate interviews that I'm morphing into one.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember he also mentioning Microsoft also help him out, or at least they help him out with that disaster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, giving them, like, you know, veteran advice and all that, by the way.
Yeah.
You know. But, yeah, you're moving on. I'm not trying to go off topic.
It's just that these kind of people are underappreciated, you know?
Yeah.
You will never see like a movie that say, this movie edited by this person. It always had to be, you know,
The director or producer.
yeah.
Or the creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the awards, whenever they win an Oscar or something, it goes to them. And
Because
sometimes they don't give a proper thank you to the staff.
you know, sometimes one would have to remember also is that they apparently represent the entire staff,
Yeah, I know.
or at least that, you know, they're the voice. But bro, but this is why they also had the saying the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that saying, by the way.
Remember Tony bashing me for liking Steve Jobs, saying, "Oh, well, but what about the researcher, that actual researching that led up the technology? They get no thank you."
Yeah, exactly.
And if things goes wrong, they're the one to be the blame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but you get the point, right?
Yeah, I get the point.
But hey, maybe next time when I do a Weird BS episode, maybe instead of saying directed by, it could be edited by.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. That's breaking stereotype.
But technically, you're also the editor, though, of our videos.
So technically, by every episode, you will see my name in it.
Well, actually, in the end of the every episode is your studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Funny, right?
Yeah. Funny. Well, I don't know. Is it funny?
Don't know.
I
mean, it gets up to the audience.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of animators and, you know, Pixar, what do you think of the new Toy Story 5?
Oh, man. I'm excited for that. I knew it was never going to end heavily because if Ice Age had 5 movies, and I usually noticed there was a pattern with Toy Story, Shrek, and Ice Age. You know, they're the big, you know?
Yeah, they're the big movies that people know.
Yeah. I was like, at first, Shrek half, Shrek 4, okay. Maybe, Ice Age and Toy Story was gonna get their fourth movie eventually.
Yeah.
And when I saw Ice Age got their fifth movie, I'm like, okay, I think Shrek and Toy Story is gonna have their fifth movie.
I'm still waiting on Shrek 5 though.
Me too. They announced it, and yeah, it's still,
How way back they announced it?
2016.
Really? That long?
And I think it was supposed to release at 2019, but that year since passed. So, nothing is said about. All it was said was the script was done.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming the pandemic has something to do with it.
Don't know. But at least they released Boots and Boots.
Yeah, which you told me. I never seen it, but you told me that it foreshadowed Shrek 5 or something.
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah, I look at Pixar, Blue Sky, DreamWorks Animation as like a package deal,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, I know.
The big three, right?
But I know Blue Sky is no more, which is sad.
Don't Disney, absorb them?
Yeah, they did. But hey, you know what I like?
I saw the look on your face. I'm sorry. I almost wanted to, I saw your eyes feel so gloomy. You really did like Blue Sky, huh?
Yeah, I do. I want to see all three of them, making that parallel.
Yeah, that rivalry parallel.
Yeah. Like I was gonna say, you got Toy Story with this holiday special and the Buzz Lightyear spinoff.
Yeah.
And then you got DreamWorks with Shrek and his holiday special and the Boost and Boost spinoff. Now I know it was Blue Sky, they got their holiday special, but their spinoff, they never really had a spinoff until after Disney absorbed them, which is sad because I still would love to see, under Blue Sky making that spinoff,
Yeah, sometimes, look at what they did with Star Wars. Sometimes, if not even the company knows what to do with, spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just love that parallel,
Now, what do you think of Illuminati, sorry. The one that also did the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, I think they're good. But they're way over, relying on Despicable Me, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't have just make the Minion spin-off, trying to make 5 Despicable Me movies and, call it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so just can't wait for Toy Story 5 to be honest.
And Shrek 5.
Yeah, Shrek 5. Honestly, I don't know what's out there for Toy Story to be honest. Cuz I keep thinking they always have the perfect ending. But they found a way to make more movies.
I knew when Toy Story 3 ends that they were going to make Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
But now when I saw Ice Age 5, I'm like, oh man, they're gonna make Toy Story 5. Even if it seems like, even when Tom Hanks went like, this is the last time I'm voicing Woody.
Yeah.
I just knew Toy Story 5 was gonna happen.
I do believe that.
And wish I'm gonna laugh. It's one of those falling to the trap. This is my last time doing this until the next one comes.
I love how Sonic Monster put that until the next one comes.
Yeah, I did that with the Nintendo 3DS games. It's the last...
Well, the last video game for the system.
Until the next one comes.
Yeah.
And then it always comes. They love to make that claim.
I'm still waiting for that one from Limited Run Games.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did they ever ship that out?
I don't know.
I gotta look at some of my unopened packages.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one from Limited Run Game. Hopefully it's that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Honestly, I lose track of what I brought from Limited Run Games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the worst part about them?
What?
It's the fear of missing out.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
And the worst part is, Sometimes they eventually resell it into different varieties.
Mm-hmm.
Like either Best Buy variety, you got the Amazon variety, you got some of the convention varieties.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why even bother buying it now? Why couldn't I just save the money later? There were several times that I felt that way, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did I brought it now? I shouldn't have just saved it later.
Yeah.
But I doubt that some of the retro games, like especially for the Nintendo Game Boy and Nintendo Game Boy Color and Nintendo Game Boy Advance, I heavily doubted they ever like reproduce these or resell them in their warehouse deals.
Mm-hmm.
Because they also do those warehouse deals sometimes where they will have like extra stock and just sell it from there.
Yeah.
Which that's how I got some of the games that I did missed out, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually eventually learned to not fall for that trap, by the way.
Heavily,
I eventually caught up with their I don't want to say their deceptive practices, but you get the point.
Yeah.
I eventually caught up with the fear of missing out because now I know because I just got an email from them. They're putting some of the ones that that's not available no more.
Mm-hmm.
Available now in Amazon.
This is why you.
And sometimes, here's the slap to the face. Sometimes their alternative covers
Mm-hmm.
have the best artwork than the actual limited run website one.
Yeah.
Like River City Girls. I love the Best Buy cover.
Yeah.
Good thing I waited on that one, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really want... Because I'm not really going to, like, use the special edition goodies, by the way. They're just there because I just happen to like the, limited edition or special edition or limited print edition. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just, it feels like the fear of missing out can just sometimes judge someone, by the way.
Yeah.
Because when it is the true, missing out part, then, resellers sell it like in a much higher price,
Mm-hmm.
which is not like cool sometimes. Understandable, but not cool though.
Yeah.
For the alternative sleeve, the artwork, sometimes they do sell it by itself in case one really wants to get that cover though.
Mm-hmm.
But you get the point.
Uh-huh. All right. I guess it's time to wrap things up.
Oh, okay, cool. What do you do you have any final moments or any final moments? Can you imagine your final moment, by the way?
No, yeah.
Any final thought I meant to say?
I'm not that crazy on finding love yet. And besides, people like the White Bowser have no place in the anime community. Especially what he goes beyond to these waifu characters, which kind of convinced me not to do any of that. And I'm glad that we have this talk, by the way, bro, because I think if I don't have any friends, which seems to be a sign to these locals that they lack friends, trying to keep them sane, avoiding them from doing anything weird.
Darkseid Phil, yeah, he's too transparent sometimes, and he doesn't realize that. That's why nobody can take the YouTube channel DSP Gaming serious.
Yeah.
Like, his e-bagging.
Yeah.
Okay, why did he also have to mention 10%? If he can maintain 10% of his audience. You realize 10% is a lot, right?
Yes.
It's better to keep things unsaid, by the way, because it takes away the secret of other streamers, by the way.
Yeah.
Exposing them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, my final thought, it's just do you, to be honest, bro. I mean, I get it, you want to start a family, but honestly, I always feel like one would have to focus himself first,
Mm-hmm.
because I think what you also lack, bro, sometimes is confidence, and confidence is not an easy thing overnight. I know Tony was just talking about that the other day. You had to build yourself that first. And it's baby stuff. really baby step. But other final thought, yeah, these old cows are dumb sometimes. Um, Literally, they're the most dumbest things in the world. Cause I don't think they're ignorant like that. I just think they're that selfish
Yeah.
and fearful
Mm-hmm.
to lose it. By the way,
Yeah, yeah.
that's why they eat bag.
Yeah.
Because if they don't say anything about it, they might not those other dumb individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know they can manipulate them to squeeze out a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Do your thing.
All right. If you have any question about the show or its characters, or if you want to make a business deal with us, you can email at rearpressascending@yahoo.com. Also, check out the Twitter handle at rearpressascending. All right. With that, thanks for watching.
All right, guys. Enjoy yourself. Bye.